Got a lot to talk about this evening. Noah Brown's season's over with, according to sources such as Dan Quinn himself, Nikki Javala, and also John Kime. We'll talk about that very briefly this evening. Also, we'll talk about KJ Osborn being claimed off waivers and who steps up between Luke and Dyami. Let's talk about it. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Got a lot to rap about tonight. I'll probably in about 45 minutes. Let's wrap. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network. It's your boy Tom, K Tech. Back on the video. If I get to a glory to God, for God's right now, God's open doors, pay way for all people in the Lord's name. Permit today's video. I'm here at the Washington Commanders. Let's talk about some things tonight. I got a verse of the day in another video earlier today. Go and read the chapter in the Bible, Matthew 22. And let's get right into today's live stream. So, I got a lot to talk about. So and I'll talk about this evening. So first thing I want to talk about is Noah Brown being out. So we talked about that earlier in the earlier video. Noah Brown's out for the year with an internal injury. And I don't know what that means. I don't know specifically what part of the body is hurt, whatever, but they're not specifying, but he is out for the year, which sucks for Noah. It's not good for him. And it's bad. It's bad for Noah. I wish him well as he's recovering from that injury, but it's just not good news if you are a Commanders fan. And this is not good news. I'm gonna say whatever. So that being said, it just sucks for Noah. I wish Noah well as he's recovering from that internal injury. It's just not good. It's not good for us. We lose our number 2 receivers. No argument. Say he's our number 2 wide receiver. He has about 456 yards on the season off 35 catches. He has a couple touchdowns, including the Hail Mary. He's a part of that memorable play that we'll never forget from Jaden Daniels and to win a game. He's just been huge this year. He's had some drop issues as well, but he's been really solid overall. I like what Noah Brown would bring to the table, and now he's out. So now we gotta look at who steps up, right? But let's talk for who steps up. We claimed the guy off waivers right after we announced the injury a couple of hours later. We claimed newly released wide receiver from the Patriots, KJ Osborn, as they decide to kind of mutually part of ways. And the Patriots wide receiver is no longer a Patriots wide receiver. He's a free agent. We picked him up. And I like this pickup. Let's look up KJ Osborn's stats. We're going to talk about that pretty quickly as well. And we're going to kind of rap about that. So now he's a Washington Commander. And welcome KJ Osborn. I'm excited about him. Excited for bro. And that's going to change pretty quickly to Commander because he's now Commander. So let's look. I say they got him still as a free agent, but he's now Commander, claim of waivers. So let's talk about it. KJ Osborn so far this year has 7 catches of 57 yards and a touchdown. No production this year, honestly, but I'm going to be honest. He has 18 targets. So it's not a lot of targets for him either. For 13 weeks, he's barely played. So no surprises there why he's not getting production. But previous years, however, KJ's been a very productive wide receiver. He had 82 targets back in 2021 as a rookie. He had 82 targets, 50 catches, 255 yards, 13.1 yards per catch, and 7 touchdowns. Given the production is going down every single season, but the targets were a little higher in 2022. He had 90 targets when he had 60 catches. Played all 17 games, which is great as well. He had 650 yards, 10.8 yards per catch, and 5 touchdowns with a long of 66. He had 1 fumble, didn't lose it, which is great. And then last year he had 75 targets, 48 catches, 540 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Still more productive than Dyami Brown's ever been. Still more productive than Alami Zaccheaus has ever been. So this is a nice pickup. I like the pickup a lot. He's still relatively young at the age of 27 years of age. So he's not old by any stretch. He's just a solid guy. He didn't play his rookie season, I guess. I guess he had an injury or something. He didn't play his rookie year. But he's in year 6 in the league now, or year 5. And I like what he's bringing to the table. He's a solid wide receiver. He's a solid wide receiver Bree. Really top end in the league wide receiver Bree. When healthy and actually able to get targets. I think he'll bring that here for the immediate future. The immediate future and the long-term future. I like KJ Osborn a lot. I like this pickup a lot. So I think he's a guy that's going to keep your eye on stepping up for us in the future, in the immediate future. Also, what I like is we still got Alami Zaccheaus. He's been solid this year. Overall, he's had some drop issues like everyone else, but he's also been pretty solid overall. Like when he's brought to the table. Also, I liked yeah, so I like what he brought to the table lately when it comes to KJ Osborn, not this year, but the other 3 years previous. So I think he'll be a guy that could step up for us. And I think a guy like Dyami Brown needs to step up as well. He's in a contract season. He's his last stretch. And this is his last 4 games potentially as a commander. If he wants to prove himself around the league that he needs to be picked up by someone else, I think he needs to step up as well. He's had an okay season. He had the best season statistically ever in his football career, if I would say so myself. I still got Dyami Brown statistics so far. He hit 200 yards, y'all. He finally got 200, man. I like, man, he didn't know he hit 200 yards. But he finally hit 200 yards, y'all. I'm happy for Dyami Brown, man. 20 catches, too. Look at Dyami, man. 20 catches. Look at Dyami, man. Let's give a shout out to Dyami Brown, man. Shout out to Dyami, man. Shout out to Dyami. 20 catches, 26 yards, 1 touchdown. That was at the 40-yard touchdown pass from him to Jaden Daniels in the Browns game back in week 5. He's the only receiver not named Noah Brown or Terry McLaurin as a touchdown catch from Jaden Daniels. And 10.3 yards per catch. So solid production for him, for his standards especially. Especially his standards. Yeah, because it was, if we could see for his career, Dyami Brown's done much. As Jalen Morgan, Blee and B&G would say, Dyami Brown is running around, man. But in all seriousness, let's see what he has done so far in his career. Let's look. First year, 12 catches, 25 targets, and 165 yards. No touchdowns, right? The next season, 5 catches. He played 15 games, 5 catches off of 14 targets, 143 yards, given 2 for 106, came in 1 daggone game. Was it 2 for 105? So given that week 5, he had 2 for 105. So outside of week 5, he had 3 catches for 38 yards. 2 touchdowns, along at 75, the bomb from Carson. The bomb from Carson Wentz. And that's still his best game as a NFL wide receiver. No one could do it but Carson. Interesting. Then last year, 23 targets, so that almost matches his career high before this year. 12 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown was a clutch one versus Seattle to try to tie the game up. Shout out to Dyami Brown. right? But this year so far, 13 games played, 20 catches, career high for him already. 27 targets, another career high. Very receiving target ratio. That's good. 206 yards, 10.3 yards a catch, touchdown. So his longest 41, which is the one he had versus the he has 10 first downs, which is also a career high for run around Dyami Brown. So Dyami Brown got to step up. I think he's going to be huge. It's going to be a multiple guy effort, right? It can't just be Dyami. It's not going to be just Luke McCaffrey. It's not going to be just Jamison Crowder. I'm going to talk about him in a little bit too, because Jamison Crowder hasn't done anything because he's been hurt. But it's going to have to be a collective effort by all these guys. I think it'll have to be a collective effort from all these guys. We need a multiple guy effort. Can't just be one guy. Or this was one person. That's it. Because Noah Brown's the closest thing we had to wide receiver 2, and he's not a legit 2. So if he's not a legit 2, he's masquerading as one. We're gonna need more help. And I love the KJ Osborn pickup, and I think that's gonna be huge. I think he's a slot receiver for a little bit. I think he's a true slot receiver for a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of stretch this conversation not for this rest of this season, but also next year too. I know a lot of people talking about T. Higgins and pick this guy in the draft like Isaiah Bond and and I'm gonna bring up something too because I want to wrap about that for a little bit. But talk Luke McCaffrey. Let's talk Lukey Lou. Hey, start up the train. Lukey Lou. Lukey Lou. If y'all know, go. Y'all know. If you know, you know. 16 receptions, 155 yards, 9.7 yards per reception. No touchdowns for my boy Lukey Luke. But hope we get my man a TD, man. I would love to see Luke McCaffrey catch a touchdown. You know, that'd be beautiful. But so far, he's been a lot better at home, away than home. Most of his receptions came on the road. Against NFC opponents, he hasn't done much. He hasn't done much at all for real at all, but, you know, get my point. He projected for 203 yards. No touchdowns. But, yeah, so far, only 20 targets. So he's at a 80% clip with the targets. That's pretty good. 7 first downs is pretty good. Longest 30. I think that was the Bengals game week 3. When he's got opportunities, he's been solid, right? He's not getting the targets. And I think it's time for him to get the targets. If you saying he's being open, he's open. Giving the ball, he's open, he's open, he's open. So it's time for him to get the football. And I think this is Luke McCaffrey's time to show the development has actually arisen. Luke, KJ to me is a 3. KJ is a really great slot receiver. He's not a 2. He's not a 2. I think Luke can turn into a 2. So I think it's gonna be huge for Luke McCaffrey's development. And he's going to step up. He's going to really take does Noah Brown's getting 5 or 6 targets a week. And I think those are going to be divvied up a little bit. I think KJ Osborn might get a couple a week. Dyami might get an extra target. And I think a lot of those are going to go to Luke McCaffrey. I know a lot of people saying Dyami Brown. Dyami Brown has a role etched on this team already. And I get that at the beginning of the year before we signed Noah Brown that Dyami Brown was our number 2 wide receiver. I understand that. New data gives new opinion. And I think that now we had 13 games of Dyami Brown. And after I've seen 13 games of Dyami Brown, he has a role. His role is his role. Catch screens, catch an occasional deep ball, pause, catch a bombs away over Baghdad every now and then. But his role is to catch screens and to get yards after catch and catch the tough ones and do the dirty work. That's his role. That's his role. And anyone want to argue with me? What has he done this year? What's he done this year? Catch screens, right? Catch a bunch of daggone wide receiver screens, right? and block and catch an occasional bomb. We got the occasional bomb, did we not? Versus the Browns. That's his role. Dyami Brown run around. He has a role etched in this offense already. So now, and what's Luke's role? Catching clutch passes. Every one of his catches has been clutch. 4th and 2 versus the Bengals, who got to have it. Luke McCaffrey. Bow. Another 4th down. There's another 4th down he caught. Still this game? Nah. Yeah. Every one of his catches has been clutch situations. Basically what I'm saying is. I'll be in 3rd down in that Browns game. It's a 3rd down that we need to have it. Luke McCaffrey. The one he caught, right, took it out of Denzel Ward's hands. On the 3rd down. He has a role etched in this offense. These guys have roles. Will they be slightly expanded? Yes, but they have roles. But we need a guy that can take that number 2 receiver role and snatch it. It ain't Dyami Brown. Oh, they want to sign Noah Brown to daggone first place. If it was Dyami, he would have snatched it already. He would have took it already. But he hasn't. It ain't Luke either for right now. But Luke can step up and be that clutch guy and be that clutch catch guy and try to develop, start to expand his role a little bit. That'll be huge. KJ Osborn needs to take this by the kahunas and by the horns and run with it. KJ got 4 games. Prove yourself, KJ. Jamison Crowder, get your behind up, get your 31-year-old butt up, and go make some plays. As a punt returner and as a receiver, I need Alama Zacchaeus to step up. No more drops, OZ. I don't need no more drops, bro. Catch the ball, fam. I got to have everyone. Everyone got to have, bro. If it's a non-catchable pass, cool. If it's catchable, catch it. I need guys to step up, make plays. They signed KJ Osborn for a reason. They picked him off of waivers, and he's not just a body. He's not just a body. Is he going to replace Noah Brown by himself? No. But that means Luke McCaffrey, Dyami Brown, Alama Zacchaeus, Jamison Crowder, get your act together. First of all, Jamison Crowder needs to stay healthy for this stretch run, first and foremost. Number 2, OZ, stop dropping the ball. I need Luke McCaffrey to get more targets. Now, a lot of people want Ben Simmons to get the ball, but I'm just talking wide receivers right now. I'm not talking about tight ends. So we'll say the Ben Simmons discussion for another day. Dyami Brown, keep doing what you're doing. You have a role in this etch in this offense. Same with Luke, but I think, I think Luke needs to step up. He's their draft pick. He's their guy. They spent the 100th pick in the draft on him. They spent a top 100 pick. I don't care if it's at 100. It's still a top 100 pick in the draft. They spent that on him. He needs to step up. He is their draft pick. Dyami Brown's a pick from the last regime. So if he does better than Luke McCaffrey down this stretch, we got a problem. So Luke McCaffrey better step up. It's time to make some plays, Luke. Because the targets you have been good with the opportunities you have been receiving for yourself, sir. But now you're about to get more opportunities. Let's see what you do with a little bit more good play. Time to find out. I think Dyami will get more in his play too. Might not be as much as Luke McCaffrey because, like I said, Luke is their draft pick. He's not Dyami Brown's not their draft pick. And if Dyami wants to be on someone's roster next year, this is an audition for him. This is an audition for Dyami Brown. Because he will have that wide receiver 2 position to start this 4-game stretch. That's called what it is. If he wants to keep it, the opportunities that he gets, he needs to make plays. Because KJ Osborn was not picked up for no reason. So Luke, JC, I know Jamison Crowder can get it in. I ain't worried about JC Ice. We know what JC Ice can do. Do I gotta say him like Louis? Do I gotta bring my Louis T voice out for y'all? JC Ice, JC Ice, nothing's colder than ice. Y'all know what time it is, man. These boys need to step up and make plays, man. If Luke is open so much, it's time to give him the football. Instead of him being a fourth progression in a play and being a non-factor, he needs now he's going to be the third progression on plays. Dyami Brown is going to probably catch more screens. We're going to throw more screens. We're going to throw more screens. And more bombs. More bombs. We need some more bombs on the bag that too. Because with Noah, what we're going to specifically miss with Noah Brown is the intermediate stuff. That's going to probably be leaning more on Zach Ertz now, right? Because Dyami wasn't catching those intermediate passes like that. Caught a couple this year, but it's few far in between. Luke McCaffrey might take that role. So I think Luke McCaffrey is going to have an expanded role because he's caught more of those intermediate passes. I can look at all Dyami Brown's catches, and I bet 10 of them are screens. I can bet you 10 to 12 of Dyami Brown's catches are screens. He has the one bomb, caught the 120-yarder when we tried to get back in the game last week. Was that, no, 2 weeks ago versus the Cowboys, I think, right? It was the Cowboys game. We caught a 20-yard pass after we went down by too much. I think it was down 20-9, right? Yeah, it was down 20-9. It was down 11. And no, it was down 10. We cut it down to 3. But they had the Kavase Turpin blunder where Jeremy Reed got sent only ticket to the shadow room. But we're not talking about that right now. Let's get back to the topic. Dyami Brown called 20-yard pass in that game. Outside of that, how many plays have Dyami Brown made for more than 15 yards? And one of them, when he's caught more than 15 yards, guess what it was, guys? Say it with me now. Say it in the comment section. Was it a screen? Yeah, it was a screen. That's his role. That's his role. So I expect it to be expanded a little bit more, but I don't think he's going to be out here running dig routes and seams. And I don't see that. I just don't see it from Dyami because it's not happened yet. So why is it going to change now, right? He might get a couple more of those opportunities, but I think it's going to be really more on Luke McCaffrey. It's their draft pick. He's running more of those type of routes. I think it's more going to be on Luke, right? And I think it's going to be when KJ gets a grasp of this offense, I think he's taking that role, that wide receiver 3 role, and run with it, right? So let's expand this beyond this year. So I want to do that now, right? So let's just say Dyami Brown continue to do what he's doing. He's catching screens. He ends with, let's say he ends with 30 catches. He has 10 catches down the stretch. Right? And he has another 100 yards and a touchdown. So he ends with 30 catches, 310 yards, and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns. KJ Osborn has 4 games here in a playoff game probably. And he comes out here and catches 8 passes, 125 yards, and no TDs. We've only been for 4 weeks. Luke McCaffrey ends with 250 yards. He has 100 yards the rest of the way. How would you think would it go when it comes to wide receivers next year? You know you're keeping Terry. You're going to extend Terry in the offseason. We don't have to talk about Terry McLaurin. I think they want to re-sign Noah Brown because he's not going to cost much. Are you re-signing Dyami and KJ Osborn? And letting OZ walk? Or are you letting KJ, Dyami, or you letting OZ and Dyami walk? And KJ Osborn be your wide receiver 3, and you develop Luke McCaffrey. I know everybody said we need Isaiah Bond, we need T. Higgins, we need a kid from Arizona, we need what's the bro name? Lacey from LSU, his teammate. Can't think of his name. Kyron Lacey. We need all these dudes. We need all these ninjas. Bring all the ninjas. Give me all the ninjas. I want all the ninjas, right? I need every ninja. Give me all, like Naruto. I need all the ninjas. I need the whole Leaf Village in here. Bring the whole Leaf Village in the building. I need every ninja. If I don't get every ninja, we got a daggone problem. And that's cool. That's cool. Why can't we just develop Luke McCaffrey? Have we thought about that? I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I know. I get it, right? Why can't we just develop Luke McCaffrey? We did spend a top 100 pick on this man, didn't we? Should we just develop Luke McCaffrey? Should we not? What year 2 is the year for him? He just has this 60 catch, 700-yard season, and he's just going 8. What if it's that? What if it's a rookie thing and he's not getting a lot of touches? What if it's just that? He has an 80% target rate to catch the target conversion. He hasn't got in the end zone yet. I give you that, but he's made best of his opportunities. Why can't we just put more on Luke's plate? Why can't we just do that? Why can't we put more on Slim Shady's plate, man? What it is, Slim Shady? Yeah, Luke McCaffrey gets a new nickname. He gets a nickname on his channel. What it is, Slim Shady? Why can't we get Luke some more targets, man? Why can't we develop the guys that we got in the room? Why can't we just keep KJ? You can keep Dyami. I don't want to give a hell. OZ can walk. The drops, the fumbles, I can't take it. He can go much faster than slow. I'm good on Olamide's kids. Disrespectfully. I'm sorry. Nah, look, OZ is a local product. In all seriousness, I like Olamide, but he just the blunders. He has more blunders than everyone. More than Dyami. No, I'm good. How do we keep both of them? Maybe you can draft a wide receiver that you like early in the draft if you really need to. And let those guys file for their spots. I'm cool with that. But maybe spending the bag on T. Higgins might not be the best idea. I might hate me for this. I get it. If you dislike me for this, I understand. But maybe, and I will expand on this on another video. Maybe we should just develop Luke McCaffrey. Deion's gonna be a Giant next year? Maybe. I wouldn't see the Giants sign Dyami Brown. I think they have a better wide receiving corps than us. Honestly. Because if you look at Malik Neighbors, he's better than everyone not named Terry McLaurin. You look at Darius Slayton, I think he's better than Noah Brown. I don't think we signed Darius Slayton. I know he got a case of the drop sheet sometimes, but I wouldn't mind taking a swing at Darius Slayton. Would you? I wouldn't mind that at all. He can stretch the field. Bombs over Baghdad. He has a big game every now and then. He's overall a solid wide receiver. And he's not a 1, but he's a okay 2. He'll cost you a lot less than T. Higgins. A lot less than T. Higgins. It allows Luke McCaffrey to develop. I think Luke can turn to a 2, man. I'm not going to discount Luke McCaffrey like that yet, y'all. I ain't going to hold you. Yeah, and I don't like that either. He got it because his brother, his name is his dad. Luke McCaffrey can play ball. He needs the opportunities. Luke McCaffrey can play ball. Game recognized game. And I like his game. He looks familiar. Luke McCaffrey can ball, man. Give him some chance. Give him a chance. I think the development stage is over. I think it's time for him to start producing a little bit more. I think it's time to put more on Luke McCaffrey's plate. I think it's about that time. It's about that time, y'all. It's time to find what we got in Luke McCaffrey. And I think we're gonna like what we see. I really do. I think we're gonna like what we see from Luke McCaffrey down this 4-game stretch. I think we're gonna like what we see from Dyami Brown. I think we're gonna enjoy KJ Osborn. And he might be the missing piece. If he can show what he showed in Minnesota, we got a guy. We got a guy. You just added Darius Slayton. And I know a lot of people are, oh my gosh, we got to get T. Higgins. No. Darius Slayton, that's disgusting. No. But Darius Slayton's cooked us in numerous times, did he not? Yeah. Yeah, Darius Slayton got our tail a couple times, didn't he? Has Darius Slayton not put belt to ass on us before? Oh, yeah. He's put belt to ass on us before. So, about that. I'm not clamoring this much over Darius Slayton, but he's a guy I wouldn't mind. And for right now, speaking back to right now, let's get the 2025 thing back in the back burner. But for right now, for this 4-game stretch, I think KJ Osborn is going to be a nice receiver for us. And I think he's a solid blocking wide receiver as well. So I think this is a good fit for us. And I think he's going to make some plays. Is he going to be incredible? Maybe not. But I think he'll be a solid slot receiver. And I think he'll be better than Jamison Crowder. I think he's going to be better than Luke McCaffrey. He's going to be better than Dyami Brown. He's going to turn into that next guy that Jaden Daniels is going to throw the ball to. If Luke and Jamison, if JC, Luke, and Dyami don't step up, if Yami and them don't step up, then I think KJ is going to take it by the horns and be that next guy down the stretch. But I think we're going to like what we see from our wide receiving core going forward. And I think that it will help Jaden Daniels because he force feeds Noah Brown too much. I think it's going to help Jaden to distribute the ball better. I think this is addition by subtraction in some ways, but it's going to hurt because Noah Brown did make clutch plays for us. And I'm going to miss Noah Brown. Don't get it twisted. But even though I want to miss Noah Brown, does not mean that I think that it won't be addition by subtraction in some manners, in some ways. There'll be some more pros over cons. Then now Noah Brown is out. But guys have to step up in order for it to make it feel that way. So that's what I got for you guys this evening. I'll be back live Friday with DMV Sports Zone. I'm gonna hit up Rico right now, see if I can get Rico on, and I'm gonna try to get my guys Ready and Z on from the Ready and Z YouTube channel, and then maybe my boy, maybe my guy John from the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, Ballin' Burgundy podcast, to hop on, and maybe hit up Jalen Morgan from Bleeding B&G as well. I'm gonna try to hit some people this week, see if they can hop on the channel, and I like the kid that I was gonna pick up. I like the fact that Marlon Lamo's practicing. I like the way that I like the fact that we're going to be probably playing against Jake Hayner or Spencer Rattler this week versus the Saints. And I think that KJ Osborn from a nice debut. He's going to be on the active roster. He's going to play well in his debut, and I'm going to like what I see. He's going to have an opportunity. And I'm going to have a much more expanded video about Luke McCaffrey and Dyami Brown as well, and kind of the wide receiver outlook going forward, going to the stretch run. But who has enjoyed tonight's video, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Thank you guys for pulling up this evening. I really appreciate you guys' support and love on this channel. I love all of y'all. Happy holidays to all of you wonderful people. I'm also subscribed to the Life of Tone channel for all your loyalty test reactions. I'm going to take a pause on that, though, until the 1st. So keep that in mind. You won't get any content to the 1st on that channel, but subscribe anyway, because when the 1st comes, you'll be getting 1 or 2 loyalty test reactions per day if I can go ahead and put them out for you. And then finally, I will have a lot of fashion, which is the Men's Streetwear channel I've been talking about last month or two. I'm about to drop a clothing haul video on that channel and a couple of unboxings, so you check that stuff out as well. I have a great one. Hail to the Washington Commanders. FTO to all the ops. They suck. They suck. F all the ops. Forget all the ops. They all suck. Cowboys suck. The Pigeons suck. And the Little Men suck. They all suck. I don't like no cowgirls. Die Eagles die. And Little Men. They're too little. They suck. Till next time, I gotta be easy. Stay healthy. Love y'all, man. Yeah, catch y'all next one, man. Peace, love, and blessings. Catch y'all on the flip side.